And when the bottom starts to fall out, you look back.
All right.
Oh, okay, that's where
we are.
See, it's interesting. I actually don't agree with this case because I think the Leafs, they did it, right? They got Morgan Riley, the previous receiver in 2012. Gauthier, we'll forget about Freddie Gauthier. They got Nylander in 2014. They got Marner in 2015. They got Matthews 2016. They got Sandin in 2018.
last year.
And 2017. And Lilligren in 2017. So they did more than half a decade of using all those first-round picks. And then you reach a point where your franchise matures, and then you mold it to
so I got you bought back here for that extra
Pittsburgh did it, Chicago did it, LA did it. That's why all three of those teams they won a combined 8 cups during this era, right? Or 9, I guess you count Pittsburgh winning 3, and they were built that way, right? Top-heavy roster, big star power, all built through the draft, and they stocked up those first-rounders, and then they got to franchise maturity, became contenders, and that's when you start trading the first-rounders because it's time to go for it. So I think the Leafs are just going that mode. I wouldn't say that they were just going because they have all those young guys, and that's the foundation of their team. Even Nazem Kadri was a first-round pick as well. But I think the problem that Dubas is running into is I think that
enjoy the gratuitous
himself into trouble with his mouth, and what I mean is he was very public in promising the day they signed John Tavares, I will keep this core together, I will keep this group, and it's almost like he's obsessed with staying true to that word.
The best kind of party going. Oh wait, fuck! They like change his damn home jerseys, man. The bad luck
because of his salary compared to
what
Nelson and Kapanen are going to make. Combined, they're going to make as much as Nylander, but he made the promise. He made the promise to Tavares, and when they re-signed Nylander, they're not going to trade.
So here we go.
About that. So it's like he's trying to not break his own word, and it's limiting flexibility in terms of who you're willing to put.
I'm not, argue with any kind of criticism. I want people that are proven to be better than me at this to give me their honest opinion of how I play and what I can do better.
So, goodbye.
My problem is that they're not really getting anything for Marleau. I know they're getting cap space, but that's no guarantee of future anything.
But that is a commodity.
I watched the video on
Matt,
Brian Stone's thing
they all won
about how he
and then
people send him his gameplay,
making moves where they're bringing in guys and trying to keep it going. Whereas the Leafs
definitely use that.
They're not at the party,
guys.
Ooh, and they're not any of those teams.
God, I hate these questions.
We just watched the playoffs, guys. We just watched the Stanley Cup final, the conference final. It's big boy hockey, and the Leafs don't play big boy hockey.
It's interesting too, and I was with Matthews last week when he got announced as the EA Sports cover guy, and I asked him. I said, "Well, do you ever get encouraged? Boston went to Game 7 in the final, and you guys took them to 7. So what if you were the third best team in the playoffs?" And he was like, "No, I was discouraged by it, and we haven't progressed enough." So it sounds like he's on your side.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I keep hearing people say, "Oh, what if they had been able to beat Boston?" Well, they would have gotten beaten by Columbus. That's what would have happened.
Very possible.
In my opinion. Yeah, I don't think that means that just because Boston went to the final, the Leafs.
Come on, Burns, get that.
Continuing our talk about the draft day trades from last weekend, the Tampa Bay Lightning are able to unload JT Miller to the Vancouver Canucks for Marek Mazunek, 2013 third-round pick, and a 2020 conditional first-round pick. And I guess the main question I have for you guys is, am I being too harsh by saying unload? We know from Tampa's end what they're doing.
I feel like
because
they're
trying to
their
space
the
to re-sign RFA Brayden.
Shot.
From Vancouver's perspective, are they getting something of value? I mean, JT Miller, he was a first-round pick when he was a New York Ranger. He's powerful, inconsistent. He played the wing or center. Is he going to be a useful piece for the Canucks?
I think so. And
oh my God!
Unload, right? Again, we're back to the PK Subban argument. Like when they traded for.
I'm going to be saying Mama Magdalene
in 2018.
Because
I don't think it was
I
with the
just watched
intention
that
of flipping
episode
him
of
for
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
again, not nothing, but no roster players, nothing.
Oh, Mama Magdalene.
So I think there's a couple of
Matt,
functions here. Obviously, and they it looks like.
Oh no, it's.
So now you've got rid of the 6.25 for Miller, and then Ryan Callahan, darn it, came up with one of those darn injuries at the worst, best possible time. Roberto Longo next. And so now suddenly you can get Brayden Point under contract. Mm-hmm. You can probably keep Tyler Johnson, which I think was what they wanted to do all along. So it's kind of a win for them because they give up something that they, JT Miller's good. it's not somebody that's crucial to their whole plan.
Yeah, and he'll help Vancouver.
Oh, fuck me.
But it kills me that the Canucks had to give up a first rounder.
Yeah,
it's like the Leafs had to give up a first rounder to get
rid of
Patrick Marleau's cap space.
Oh,
it's a first rounder for getting.
Oh, what a tip!
Yeah.
Again, Miller's a pretty serviceable, like middle
forward,
and pretty big body, so he'll help out. The Canucks. Because they are.
There's Steven Solani mocking me for taking Sakic. Those Sakic, I think, is the best lefty I've used besides Gretzky card.
But it's not top 10 protected in 2021, I don't think. I mean, it was conditional.
Well, I looked at it. I mean, Solani could have helped me out short term with the synergies, X and 1T, which I am close to activating.
The Canucks because,
but
if this was the trade deadline and someone was like,
in all
Miller for a first rounder, you'd be like,
in the long run,
like a third or
Sakic has SP,
so it's like, how come when you?
And I'm sure at some point I'm not going to need X Factor, especially when I'm able to activate.
Why are you trading the first round? Miller, the tough thing with Miller too is which version of him are you getting? Because there's the JT.
Pretty much burned up all my assets yesterday, making them
playing on the line with Stamkos and Kucherov.
You gotta wait till next week's Woodward battles.
Pedersen and Besser on the right side, super line. Maybe he's shown he has.
Or maybe if I can get my CS in order
here and there, right? And
but it wasn't looking good yesterday,
especially given his price. So it's a wait and see, I guess.
Yeah.
The biggest trade was one that happened actually before the draft, just after we recorded the podcast. Jacob Trouba is a New York Ranger. He goes to Broadway. Jets is Neil Pionk and a 2019 first round.
Exactly what I was looking for. Is it my boy Martin?
Sounds like, based on a personal level, with Trouba wanting to accommodate his wife, there weren't many options for.
Yeah, it is.
But am I crazy to think that this is a pretty
one other boy hurdle,
especially for a Jets team that is a contender? You just gutted your lineup for Neil Pionk, who he has moments with the Rangers, but he's probably just a guy.
And the Winnipeg Jets did have an option. Their option would have been to take him to arbitration on a 1-year deal this year and keep him. And do what essentially what the Columbus Blue Jackets did. Okay, you don't want to be here, Jacob. We get it. You don't want to be here, but you're going to be here for 1 more year,
right?
And we're going to try and win a Stanley Cup. Right? And you're going to be part of that. And then after that year is over, you are free to go wherever you want and do whatever you want. That was their option.
Now,
and they chose
I fell asleep with this podcast starting, so I'm assuming this is a pretty old episode.
Guy here.
Apologize about that.
I think he's a pretty decent defender.
Going over the
on Winnipeg,
I guess free agency.
He could be a very good third pairing guy just because they are so deep. But I think he could also play on their second pairing, no problem. Also, now that the draft has happened,
do something to listen to.
Billy Heinola, the
get inside maybe the fantasy.
I really like Heinola.
I don't know. Fantasies tomorrow night. Can't wait for it.
That work for NHL teams told me he's like
I'm actually pretty excited that we got a whole event going on with it.
Heinola has excellent hockey sense. He's not the greatest skater in the world, but he has time.
Yeah, this guy, I guess he's a rookie on Detroit
against Canada on a route to gold, so he didn't play most of the medal round. But
starts out pretty low, maybe like 74.
You're tearing your hair out right now.
Or
you say, well, you know what?
Maybe it should lower, maybe 72.
Pretty decent young defensemen.
I don't know much about him. I hope he does
really fit in.
Hope he does pretty well.
That's the positive spin for it.
All right, I like it.
That'd be a sick dark horse card right
Let's
there.
switch gears now. We have free agency, unrestricted free agency coming next week, and in just a couple of days, we're going to start seeing the negotiation window open up for the UFAs. So let's sort of do a lightning round and look at some of the biggest names that are still available and kind of project the best fits. Okay, so we'll start with Matt Duchene. I'll kick it off. Nashville is the easy choice, of course.
After Matt,
I would love to see the Buffalo Sabres take a run at Matt Duchene because it's pretty clear that their roster, that lineup was gutted. I think that Kevin Hayes would have been a really nice fit for them too. I wouldn't be surprised if they were upset that they couldn't get a chance to target a Kevin Hayes because Patrick Berglund really missed Ryan O'Reilly. And cap space. The Sabres have the cap space. That's why it was no big deal.
A real chipping problem.
They still have the cap space. So that would be my pick for Matt Duchene if Nashville doesn't work out.
I like that. I was just going to say Nashville, but I like your Buffalo theory because it's one of the closest destinations to his home.
To Halliburton.
And he's very close with his parents. So I could see them making the drive down to Buffalo like 30 out of 41 home games.
No, 41 out of 41.
Yeah.
They would do it.
Yeah.
His dad used to drive him round trip 2 hours every day just to get extra ice time when he was a kid. These people will go to Buffalo, don't worry.
There you go.
It is Nashville, obviously. That's the fit.
Might have been able to get far side there.
Because
the way the Golden plays in this
no,
game,
I don't.
I
I know. What I'm saying is that we may.
No, it's only on pro difficulty, but honestly, I played a feature team on pro difficulty, and
what do you have? 70 points?
I got robbed. I lost 4-5.
I mean, Matt Duchene could have.
And I lost kind of at the last second.
He could also have
And for some reason, it's not giving me an option to replay. I'm kind of annoyed about that.
Don't you think? Like, that could happen.
Not going to worry about it.
Yeah, so...
I really want to get better versus
okay, go to Nashville, bring your guitar with you, have a good time, and they'll love you there. And
not,
as I said earlier,
nice.
Be another second-line center who's trying to be a first-line center.
Marner.
Okay, now let's do Panarin and Bobrovsky.
Yeah, there we go.
Unless
find them the boys
second. The same place. Well, let's start.
Do we want to just all want to say it at the same time?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Tampa Bay. What? No. No, Florida.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that's happening.
Jump the gun.
Oh, yeah. No.
Carlson.
Actually, I was speaking with someone from Florida in their organization, and he said, "No secrets with us. Everybody knows what we're going to try and do."
I was thinking of Selling Hall. We're trying to get somebody with wingman
I know there's been talk of the New York Rangers,
but
Panarin, but I don't think it's time for them to get aggressive.
I don't know. I don't like the return I'm going to get for them.
What the hell do I know? Right. So I think, and I also think that Nashville
like 20K
can't count on
tops.
Nashville if they miss on Duchene. I mean, Nashville could pursue Panarin as well. That would be a great thing for them as well.
I probably threw to make those icon collectibles because of my impatience.
It does. Yeah.
Probably wasted freaking
What about Joe Pavelski? This is an interesting one. It's been
a full collectible's worth of cards just to make sure I made that collectible and got that done.
Imagine Joe Thornton playing anywhere but San Jose. So does Doug Wilson choose Thornton over Pavelski? Does it matter? Either way, is there not enough money now in San Jose for Pavelski because you've got Timo Meier and Kevin Labanc needing new deals. So I do think it's fair to talk about Pavelski going somewhere else. So where do you think would be the best fits?
I have kind of a dark horse candidate, and it's the Rangers. I think
Dallas would be the best fit.
And I agree with you, Matt. You don't want to sort of
because he's already there
when you've done so much good building. But because they have the cap space, I look at Pavelski and I see a true leader in every sense of the word, a veteran, a guy who can still produce.
St. Louis,
an environment with a lot of young guys who need to learn the NHL lifestyle and just being a professional. He seems like the perfect fit there. And for him, it's like, okay, you're going for a Stanley Cup next year.
Mamma Magaleone.
And, if Kakko becomes a superstar, if Adam Fox, gets up to his potential, if Kravtsov gets to his potential.
Slow this morning.
I mean, it's all there. Shesterkin's going to come in as goalie in a couple of seasons. I mean, there's some really nice elements there if he's patient, and I just think it's a place where he can have a really good.
Oh no!
And he would be a good fit
and have just a fun old time in NYC.
That's Manhattan.
Well, you ask what the best fit is, and I still believe the best fit is San Jose for this guy, for the team, for him, for everybody. Like, what are you telling your fans if you let him go? I mean, he had 64.
I ain't gonna lie, another thing I don't like about squad battles is promotes kind of bad habits as far as playing against
37 years old. So, I mean, to me,
Peers don't skate to your poke
at a reduced salary. I mean, do you really want to see your captain and a guy who's been in your organization since day one go off somewhere else when you've got when your whole sort of culture has been built around something that he had an enormous hand in creating. You know what I mean? Like, I just think you got to make it work somehow. You got to make it work.
And, my ball sack.
You know, quite frankly, if it is a choice between Joe Pavelski and Joe Thornton, not even. I mean, it's not even close in my mind. I mean, no, it's not in my mind. It's not even close in my mind. It's not even close.
And I agree.
Like,
that not be the reality.
Right.
Shovel in that back
but you're right. And it will be.
He's a shovel. Can you think of poop?
Yeah.
Can you dig it?
It's not.
Would Joe take the league, like, would Big Joe take the league minimum to keep it all together?
That's the question. And I do think Pavelski would probably have to take a pay cut, or at least, let's say, so his past contract was a $6 million AAV. I think on the open market, somebody's going to offer him more than that. Like, based on what James Van Dusen got last year, didn't score as many goals as Pavelski scored this year. I wouldn't be surprised. I know the age, but still on a short-term deal. A $7 million AAV on, let's say, a 3-year deal. And I'd like to see him go to Colorado. I think Colorado is a perfect fit for him. It's a team that's on the rise. It's a team that pushed his own team very hard in the playoffs. The Avs, they really need help on their second line. They really need a veteran. They need a guy who can play center or wing and help the power play. Leadership can do a bit of everything and just give them that dangerous element so that you're not stacking everything on Nathan McKinnon's shoulders. And then you can either keep the big line together because you have Pavelski driving the second line, or you can split them into 2 groups of 2. You can have Rantanen and McKinnon. You can have Landeskog and Pavelski on another line with whoever.
Tom Lundqvist, not my best goalie that I have. I got Vasilevsky.
They have a lot of cap space. They've been very patient.
My boy.
They're in a position now where they can start getting aggressive.
So glad they made a fucking upgrade card for him.
Sleeper for next year.
Last year they had nothing for him besides that All-Star game card.
All leading up to free agency at the end of the season, I thought Lou was going to be the first guy the Islanders take care of.
He might have had an international card.
Nelson signed, or never really signed, and Anders Lee doesn't have it.
Never got him.
Neither does Robin Lehner.
They
did international side.
There still is the cap space, but it's getting a little close to the 11th hour here. So do you guys think that Lee is going to be an Islander still?
I do.
Yeah, I do.
And that's the best fit for him too.
Yeah, I was on Long Island not too long ago, speaking with a couple of those other guys. All of those guys actually, just about the team and the culture under Lou Lamoriello and Barry Trotz. And Lee was really touched being named captain of that team, and essentially that Trotz and Lamoriello kind of took the temperature of the team, asked for some leadership candidates. They didn't say who's the next captain. They said who's the leader on this team. Give us a couple of names, and then from there they decided that Lee was the guy, and that meant a lot to him. He's very invested in the community. He does a lot of charitable work, and it just feels like that's his home away from home. And I think they did kind of do it backwards, but I almost feel that it's because they have the confidence and the trust of Lee and Lehner, where it's like, okay, guys, like we've all been through a lot together. It's all been very positive. Everlay, Nelson, we got them locked down. We're bringing everybody back. Our captain and our goaltender, you guys got to be with us, right? Right. So I just think that's
I wonder if
Lehner,
is going to be the tougher one for them to get done than Lee. I really wonder. Because, you look at the Lehner situation. Okay, he comes in, he gets this chance, right? When virtually no one, a lot of teams wouldn't have touched him, right? So he gets this chance, he plays for 1.5, but then he performs. I'm not 100% sure the Islanders wanted. Okay.
Good job there. Of course,
Sophie, he won the Master, and he was very, very good this year. In a role where the other guy was just
McKinnon,
right? So if you're gonna pay, are you gonna pay $6 million to a guy who's only gonna play 4 games? Is that
St. Louis somehow gets the puck before it goes in?
But I'm not 100% sure. And I'm not 100% sure that Islanders think it might be that too. But who knows? Maybe they think now, okay, Robin, obviously Robin Lehner's on a great path personally.
Yeah.
He's just picked up all this confidence, these awards, everything. Maybe he gets the next.
I want to get
maybe
some
he's the
goals
60-game guy, and you go from there.
10 minutes.
But I think he's going to be the tougher one for them to figure out than Anders Lee. I mean, Anders Lee's the captain, the leader, their 50 to 60 point guy. You know, that's a fairly easy one. This other one's a little, like, it's a bit murkier in my opinion.
And I do wonder if Leonard might be willing to take sort of I don't know what the word is, like an appreciation discount, because the Islanders sort of helped save his career, and also he got his life back on track, so it would feel like a betrayal almost for him to leave. And I feel like that, even just from a mental health standpoint, he's in a really good place, literally. I don't think you want to mess with that.
Well, yeah, history would dictate, though, that loyalty doesn't usually materialize, because he's 28 years old. This is
got a chance
and like this is his lottery ticket, right? Like this is the contract that's going to set him up forever.
Yeah.
Right. So
$5 million over like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And you get to stay in the community.
Right.
You feel safe.
Right.
Off the ice mentally, which later.
I cannot get a one-timer off.
I mean, I can't speak for him, but it seems like
a wide open
if you're in
one.
a situation where you know it works for your lifestyle,
sure,
and you can still get paid pretty well, is that the sort of
maybe we should have gone top
And if we're talking sleepers, Anders Lee, if it doesn't work out, and he did speak this week to the media, he wasn't being completely committal that he's going to be an Islander. Like Leonard was more committal to staying than Lee was in the public comments. You got to look at his hometown, the Minnesota Wild. I think would be the backup option. If Lee isn't an Islander, then I would predict that the Wild take him on it in the break.
And then goodbye, Jason Zucker.
Yeah,
and it might be goodbye, Jason Zucker, anyways, and it may very well be. So yeah.
Seems like, I mean, now that the Kessel trade was sort of outed, it seems like they clearly are trying to move Zucker. And
right.
It would be a surprise now if it didn't happen. So to wrap it up today, let's name a guy who you think is going to get overpaid. That's not to insult players, we're talking market value. So paid more than, let's say, he was worth on his previous deal, or what his projected value should be. Maybe that's the best way to put it. So who's your
we can't defenseman fucking shooting at your shot.
All of them?
Time wasted.
Seriously.
You're right.
No, I know I've been.
Come on, Hedman.
Going back to Matt Duchene.
Yeah.
He's gonna get 10.5 because of what the market has.
Hedman's a great offensive.
Yeah, it's
fucking
so that's an overpay for Matt Duchene.
I'm gonna go Michael Furland, especially considering he's a bargain right now. But because he's a power forward and it's really hard to find those guys now, I think there's gonna be a services, and good for Michael Furland.
I think I got Marchand out of the lineup right now from Madonna.
It's 40-60.
We get to have him on
roughly in the NHL are righties right now. He's mobile for his right shot. There's a premium. The top righties already gone. Erik Karlsson, the top righty on the market, is now
probably not going to be a 5-goal differential.
It's going to drive his price up.
Stop carrying as much, to be honest. I don't want to replay any of these games anymore.
Give or take, and he's going to be, I think, in the 6 range on his next deal. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Come on, let's get that puck off the draw.
Now, who's your steal? Who's somebody you think is going to outperform whatever they sign for that's available right now?
I'm going to go Matt Zuccarello.
You took my guy!
Zuccarello!
You took my water!
Yeah, because, I mean, he didn't get a really long look in Dallas because of the injury, so I think he might be a little under the radar.
Oh, yeah. I gotta change these jerseys for real.
But he's not.
They're bad luck.
But I just think that he's the type of guy that he's just always going to get like 55.
I don't even know why I got him in the first place. Should have gone full out when they were going to.
Okay, don't laugh when I say this, okay? Don't laugh.
Alright, that's the game. Go easy on me. This is my second game of the day. Just waking up, meds are kicking in.
He's probably going to sign for
a great game.
And he's going to get a lot of ice time. He's going to get
probably
a
about to start playing against
power play time.